Okay, hello everybody. I am here to play some Kerbal Space Program today. I have not played very much of Kerbal Space Program, despite having a modest background in aerospace engineering a long time ago. And I figured it'd be a good time to play the game again. I didn't even play the DLC. I maybe played, got to the point where I orbited the Mun. Didn't have any DLC, didn't have any mods, had a good, I don't know, summer, like a couple weeks in the summer, playing the game, and never finished it, or finished the tech tree, which is my goal for this series, and also just to make content for the people, very important. So let's get right into it. I made a saved game just to make sure I remembered how to use the basic controls of the game. Some stuff I did totally forget. Difficulty. I see. No entry purchase required on research. That's interesting. I don't know if I'll start on normal this time, because I do not know what I'm doing, and also sometimes the money thing irritates me, but I'm not going to play on science or sandbox. I'm going to do career, and we're going to be orc and orc friends. And we're going to start our campaign just like that. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I am playing Kerbal Space Program, which is a game that simulates, I don't know, launch and astrophysics and orbital mechanics and aviation, but also has this mission component to it. So we need to get all the easy missions before they expire. These are the two easiest missions in the game. You just basically have to get to the launch pad and hit send. If I remember, there's one trick I remember. I think you can do 0% commitment and 1% reputation subtraction from your reputation gains, which is a very kind of, I don't know the purpose of that resource, frankly. It might be very important. But 100% doesn't get you a whole lot more than just 1%, so you just take that right away in order to get money. Well, maybe that's not how that works. 1%. 3% commitment. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Fuck. I guess I can't select it that early in the game. It needs to be in green. That makes perfect sense. Okay. Don't have any science. No tech tree. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I think I made it to I basically make it to this far into the game, like the advanced rocketry. Made it that far in the test run and probably the run before that as well. I have no idea what happens out here. I haven't even looked, honestly, until just now. I need 5 science each for those. Okay, let's get into it. Werner von Kerman. Ah, yes. The famous Werner von Braun. Braun? German's hard. Oh, that must be new to the DLC. I'll check out the parts later, but this might be identical if they were giving it to us this early in the game. The vanilla game only has the command pod. Bleh. Tried installing mods like all day today, and fortunately, some of them's kind of broken on Linux right now, which is unfortunate because most things are actually quite easy on Linux. Or thermal. Ooh, science. Oh, we can do science. Oh, very good. Okay. And we need to add this to the first stage group, so when we hit spacebar, we don't turn on the parachute right away and confuse our rocket. I think this is basically all we can do. There we go. That'll be nostalgia when we finish the game. We'll come back to our first rocket. I don't think I'm missing anything, so let's just... a lot you can mess up here. At least I think so. Gosh, I look like such a fool if I forgot something completely bog standard for building a Kerbal space rocket. Report? Oh yeah, science. Okay. Third mystery goo. Oh yeah, that's a lot of science right there. Okay, send it. Oh god. Oh, we're safe. So the toggle SAS is important. It helps you from just going into an unstable roll, which is pretty typical for Kerbal Space Program without the SAS. It's like start an impulse in one direction and it just keeps going in that direction forever because momentum. But it makes it a little easier to have an intuitive feel for like friction and higher levels of drag with the SAS. It kind of like simulates that. And I should have put more goo pods on this rocket. Oh, there's the Mun. Oh, it looks so good with this. I'm pretty sure it's the DLC and not a mod that adds all these craters. I think it used to be pretty flat. We have time warp up here. About to get our nice little green men covered. Only a green man. It's Jebediah Kerman. He's a pilot. In the future, he's going to be very helpful, so we're going to get him much experience as we can. "24 total reputation." Oh, that's a lot of science. That's more science than I expected. I'm better at this game now. It took me like 2 launches to get this much science, dude. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. So early in the game, I think that the solid motors are a lot better than the engines, the liquid engines. So much cheaper if you're like actually considering the cost. We're playing at Turbo Poverty. We want to get... I forget what the first thing we want to upgrade is. It might actually be mission control so that we can take a lot more missions and we make more money more faster. Very important. And also, I think it's a requisite for some of the more advanced uh, orbital mechanics, statistics, or like maneuvers. Not 100% sure. Let's take another. Cool. That one's easy. I said we were gonna do a bunch of. Yeah, we were gonna do a bunch of solid rocket motors, but get the atmosphere. Long. Expires in 5 days. That one's easier, so we'll do that one first. Take less than a day. On the same rocket again. Probably get the done. But with more science, that's critical. We're doubling up on these. Yeah, that's about even. We're gonna do 2 of those there. And maybe it'd be smart if we depends on. Let's do 3. Yeah, it's gonna work. So this little pink guy is the center of pressure. So if we take the fins and we move them up, we have to enter. Move the center of pressure very much. Oh, center of thrust. There we go. So pink is the center of thrust. There we go. Look at that. The center of pressure moves down. We want the center of pressure below the center of mass in order to allow us to go straight up pretty much. There's no control surfaces on that, so there's not a lot we're going to do except go straight up. There's nothing else that we can really put on here. Well, we could do a bigger rocket, but we need to get that contract first. We just need to send it. And use our new science gizmo in order to get some more science on the surface. Max out all that launch pad science that you can get early in the game. Bet we won't even get any from the mystery goo. 0.7? I mean, it's better than nothing. Kind of weird that it lets you take it twice. Yeah. Okay, cool. Then, yeah, we'll do the same thing we did. Pick a new temperature, 8,000 feet. Nice, and mystery goo. Oh, that's so much science! So much science. And we can do a crew report for even more science. Dude, this is so much science. Scientific's frick. That's pretty cool. So it's pretty, neato. I really like cryptocurrencies, but I think people who use them to make money cheaply are kind of lame. Kind of ruins all the fun of it. There's a lot of good ideas in crypto. Excuse me. Oh, there. I was actually getting really nervous we were gonna crash into the ground there. 4x warp speed. Wow, I didn't actually know that could happen. Oh, I thought that exploded. Okay, well. everything's weird at 4x warp speed. The physics are hyper accelerated. You can actually get a mod that goes way faster than 4x. I think it breaks a commensurately higher amount of things in the game. That said, I'm probably going to install it at some point. There's a really cool tool. I don't know if it's on Windows, but on Linux, there's like a CCAN or something. Comprehensive Kerbal add-on notary. I don't know. Maybe it's like CCal Kerbal add-on library, but it's pretty sweet. It lets you very easily install add-ons. Doesn't prevent them from being broken though. That's just a fact of life. All right, I think we have to go for survivability in order to get the science, right? Like the science is the most important thing. Besides the boom. Nah, maybe I should have got the boom. Save. Man, always use an underscore in your names. Even if you don't think it'll be important, one day it might be important and it'll bite you. That's a lot of boom. Yeah, I can take this pretty comfortably and start working on our first big rocket. Man, I have no idea. It's been 17 minutes. All right, we're gonna go for. I'm just gonna keep recording until I'm bored. I think. Well, not quite that. There has to be a balance because I have no idea if this video is gonna be completely broken or not. It is the first big screen recording I've done for YouTube ever. I see my missions here. Ooh, we could just test the swivel rocket engine. Might not be the best for getting out of orbit. Yeah, we need to. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're in business. A decoupler will allow us to not come crashing down with an entire liquid rocket engine. And our very inefficient tankage setup. But at least we can try out the liquid rocket engine and the throttle settings. Regarding science, we need to put on that barometer. Oh yeah, maybe that's under science. And this is all good. I don't know where we're going to fly yet, because different biomes and terrains on Kerbin will give us different science values from the experiments, because you can't just run the same. You can't do the science at the same place. That's absurd. So throttle up. I don't know if I have enough delta V to get to the mountains. Could head east. We kind of already tapped out the shores, so if we head west, well, the other east, we might be able to get the grasslands or the mountains if we're really lucky. These liquid rocket engines have a throttle, right? Like we can go off and on again, unlike the solid rocket motors, which which are great. You just can't turn them off, which makes them a little difficult to, well, control. To not mince words too much. Okay, alright. I don't think we'll take that one. Like that, though. I'm gonna get rid of our junk. So it doesn't, disturb Jebediah's peace. Oh, we can see his house from here. Well, Kerbal City somewhere. I think we're gonna get to the mountain. The desert over there. That's good. But if I keep my aerodynamic side pointed that way, I can go farther. That's way to try to air brake. It might be too high up. That's not a lot of atmosphere. Ooh, upper atmosphere. This is good. And temperature. Let's do it. Where's my parachute? Oh. I heard the sound effect. I didn't. Man, I was terrified. Love to get that mountain science. Ooh, yeah, that mountain science. Mountain science. Okay, we logged everything. So warp and turn it off before we hit the ground. Alright, let's see if we tumble all the way to the bottom of this mountain, which is a very fortunately possible outcome of this situation. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day on Kerbin. Idyllic grassland. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Let's check our goo. See if it's happy here. There's, we observe the goo. Normally it says other things. I guess it's just the goo is independent of mountains and more related to the atmosphere. Now that's what I call science, baby! That's what I call science! Oh, the magic number. Magic science number. There we go. Bigger tanks are good. $69.2 is almost better than 69. Almost. Yeah, that's it. We can take more boom. I think the problem with this is that this initially looks like it'll be a good idea, but it actually turns out to be a really awful idea without general construction, because all these engines are huge. The fuel tank's a good addition to the life. Maybe it's this one. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Or diameter. I think it's this one where it starts getting huge. I think this is a huge engine. 1.75 tons. 0.5 tons. 1 meter. Say 1 meter in the bottom left corner of the... I just remember getting bitten by that before. Where like I definitely should have taken a better path through the tree. There's cone. Happens here. Huh. I don't remember that. Must be from the DLC. Yeah, this is the most important one. 100%. More boom is more better. Important. Extremely important. Okay, that's good. Escape the atmosphere is also good. Is there anything easy? I think a lot of these are encouraging you to actually use the airplane building section, and I'm unwilling to do that. I have space to be at right now. I think we're going to... Man, I could just build an orbital rocket, huh? No, escape trajectory is not happening. Yeah, let's go for the orbit. We're gonna make a super sweet rocket. I think I need to do this. By upgrading, I greatly increase the size and weight of the vehicle I can bring. I have 255 parts total at the upgraded assembly vehicle, but it's really expensive. I think you spend the money here, and I think flight planning is important. I think that's what lets you get indicators for how long you're supposed to burn in order to reach certain perigees and apogees. But which are your maximum and minimum distance from like the center of a body. Like your ellipse when you're in an orbit is like a maximum point far away from the center and a minimum point in the center of some gravitational body. It's your perigee and apogee. Apogee is like the highest point, perigee is the lowest point. Both very useful figures. Okay. Just in case you don't know, because not everyone knows. My cousin's been getting into rockets. I don't know if he'll be watching this. Maybe I'll send the link, but it's pretty cool what the kids are getting up to these days. There's like a lot of apps on the phone that people can use in order to simulate rockets. Kind of like Kerbal Space Program, right? Which in of itself is a very cool thing. Alright. So I've been told there's like a sub-assembly feature. Oh, it's gonna be bit bust. There's no great reason to use underscores here. I just do it every time in order to feel safe. You get burned once by that and it's over for you, you know? I don't think I have, yeah. And so I need, because I don't have any control surfaces, I only have these basic fins, I think I need the swivel. Even though the swivel engine is not as efficient as the Reliant. decoupler. I don't have a radial decoupler. Oh, that's whack. Okay, well. That's, it's gonna make things a little more difficult. And a little more expensive. Okay, this is absurd, right? No rocket should be this long, I don't think. Okay, sweet. Wow, yeah, this is... I'm actually kind of concerned. It doesn't look right. Which goes a long way. What? There's no way the aerodynamic point is up there. Unless I just don't know how to calculate it. Maybe it is. Oh man, it really is up there, huh? That's good enough. I don't think this is gonna work. I think I'm still gonna do it just for the sake of content. Because, it is extremely boring to grind science. Oh yeah, we need our science instruments. This is extremely important. I'm gonna put 2 of each on. And... I have to wait to see what the goo does. Okay, there's not an awful lot of control that we have with liftoff. We're basically taking this big booster on a ride straight up with not a lot of options to change our direction until our swivel turns on. Second stage. Oh, this is bad. I have an idea though. I wonder if that's from the wind. It's pretty crazy that that can even happen. I've never actually had a rocket just fall over like that. Right, we're doing it. Man, it's a heavy rocket. I should have actually checked the thrust to weight ratio. I was just like 100% confident that the thumper could do it. Oh dear, it's really turning. Oh man. Oh, get there. Oh man. Yeah, this is bad news. Well, I'm trying so hard to right the ship right now, but it's kind of too late. This is like a really epic gravity turn. Alright. Actually looking pretty good. I complained too early. right? It's pretty good. I don't know at what point we should be doing the science. Ooh, my science bits are getting hot. I have no idea to what extent Kerbal Space Program actually simulates like heat transfer. Like, does it actually take into account like surface area and like just more higher up you have less mass to like aerodynamic mass or some sort of simulation of all this? Oh wow, I could have been paying more attention. I definitely could have gone orbital with this. I was just thinking about heat transfer. They all seem to get hot at the same time, so I feel like it must be some sort of kind of like hack or something. Just not to bog down our processors, our precious processor. Wow, that's gonna be a rough re-entry, but I have a heat shield, so maybe it'll be okay still. Oh, there's another launch site. Wow, that was a lot of LTV. I almost want to revert. Okay, that's cool. It's like our link to Kerbin. It's that green ray. I guess now it's red. So it's bad. Does that mean I have to upgrade my deep space network? Oh yeah, it definitely does, huh? Ooh, if I'm that far away, I bet I can get even more science from my goo. Right? I don't know. Did the other side already get this? In space near Kerbin. Space high over Kerbin. Okay. Of course it will. But yeah, that's a lot of science we're about to get. I could have got even more if I circularized the orbit, but that's okay because humans make mistakes. Okay, we're gonna point the purple facing the retrograde because our heat shield is on the front like this. Hopefully our... Oh man, our science is gonna get hot. Well, at least Jeff's safe. For now. Oh man, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. stopping a lot of speed right now. Okay, we're cooling off. Could have had so much science. It was foolish. It was just bad play. I just was so happy playing the game that I forgot to be good at the game, which I think is worth it. I think that is the most worthwhile thing. Be awed by a game that you've played a couple times, like the very beginning of it. Which means I'm extremely excited. I've seen some people make some crazy things in Kerbal Space Program. And the second one's coming out in allegedly 2 months. Everyone knows how that, game development cycle is. Well, maybe not everyone, but people know it's a little difficult. To push back at any moment. Just like my homework assignments. Oh man, I've been recording for 42 minutes. That's blowing my mind. Okay, well that's it for today. I'm gonna come back to this probably pretty soon because I'm having fun with it, and I do earnestly want to go to the Mun and then go to all the outer planets, which I've never been to before or even seen in the game. Seen them on people's YouTube channels. If you guys have stuck with me so far, thank you. I didn't expect it. We're back at 69.2. That's very cool. And have a nice day.